Today I'm continuing down Irving Avenue for the second part of this journey. After I'd posted the first segment, I'd received a comment from a friend in Scotland asking if the street, Irving Avenue, was named after someone. The person who asked me this was Don Roy, and I will leave a link for his channel down in the description. His channel was really well put together, and I think that you might enjoy his videos from Scotland and elsewhere. Be sure to click the link in the description after watching this video and check out Don's wonderful videos. So do I know the backstory of how Irving Avenue became known as such? Indeed I do. For the most part, all street names in Brooklyn are named after someone, or for some purpose. The same used to apply to Queens as well, but starting in the 1920s, the named streets in Queens were changed to numbered streets. This continued for many years, but the majority of Queens street names were changed to numbered streets during the 1920s. Can you imagine being a postman in Queens and seeing this? Irving Avenue in Brooklyn was named after the early 19th century storyteller Washington Irving. Though he was born in New York City, he was actually a resident of Manhattan, born during the American Revolution, and he was named after George Washington. An interesting side note is that Irving had two older brothers, both politicians who were born in the province of New York in British America. Irving himself was born in the United States of America. While the name Washington Irving may not roll off the tongue due to the advent of time, his writings are still well known to this day. He wrote Rip Van Winkle in 1819, and the following year he wrote perhaps his best remembered piece, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is still used in popular culture to this day. There are multiple areas and places in America that are named for Washington Irving, either as Irving or Irvington, as well as the name Knickerbocker. Diedrich Knickerbocker was a pseudonym that Irving wrote under, and the town of Knickerbocker in Texas was named after him, as well as the city of Irving in Texas. In fact, the street that is 1 block away from here, that runs parallel to Irving Avenue, that is called Knickerbocker Avenue, and that too was named after Washington Irving. Knickerbocker Avenue has appeared many times on my channel, mostly because it was the home to the New York Mafia family, the Bonanos. So there you have it. A quick little story made up of nothing. It's always a bit of a dilemma when posting a walk down one street in two parts. I always try so hard to keep my videos at a watchable time frame of between 8 to 12 minutes. But I also don't like breaking videos up into two segments. The issue that I have, though, is that people who are from the Bushwick area would have watched a 25-minute video, even if it was just a walk. But anyone who is not from the area is likely to lose interest in less than 5 minutes. The end result being that my average retention rate for the video would be really poor. Because I tell stories, I am somewhat blessed that most of my videos have a pretty decent retention rate. Primarily, of course, because the story itself is what keeps the interests of the viewers. The videos where I'm walking through neighbourhoods perhaps don't fare as well in comparison because many people will click off early because they're not connected to New York City. I mean, it does even out a little bit because local people are likely to watch a significant portion of a longer video, but in general, those videos do not have the same viewership as a video story. That is why I always try to limit the length of videos to 8 to 12 minutes. If someone watches 4 minutes of a 12-minute video, that is still a 33% retention rate. But if they watch 4 minutes of a 24-minute video, then that is only a 16% retention rate, which is pretty darn poor. The stories that I post normally get around 40% retention rate overall, with some of them hovering around 50%. But I speak from experience. You still have to keep those videos short. People only have a limited amount of time to use on YouTube, and the last thing that I want to do is make a video that hardly anyone watches in full. 40 to 50% is always the target that I shoot for when I write and narrate a story. They don't all reach 40%, but a good portion of them do. At worst, should a video have a retention rate of between 30 to 39%, then I can live with that. I wouldn't call it a success, but it also isn't a fail. Almost all of my really long walking videos don't even reach 30%, hence why I try to keep them as short as I can. I would rather post 2 9-minute videos rather than one 18-minute video. There is a famous old adage that I'm sure that you are aware of. Less is more.